We are just beyond the reach of the Great Smoky Mountains in Tennessee, on our way to a historic night, the first ever NASCAR All-Star Race at Bristol Motor Speedway. I'm excited. Fueling up, we got about an hour and a half drive ahead of us to get to Thunder Valley, loaded up with masks, all that good stuff. Today's race is extremely interesting. Obviously for now, around 4 months, the world has been thrust into the middle of a worldwide pandemic, and tonight, with roughly 25 to 30,000 fans expected to attend, this is going to be the largest crowd at a sporting event in the United States of America since mid-March. Of course, an event like this would not be possible without the necessary precautions being taken, so we have masks. I love Bristol Motor Speedway, that's why we're making the trip out here. My goal here today is to show you guys what it looks like at a NASCAR race, at a major sporting event during a pandemic. As you know, NASCAR hopes to allow more fans back in the stands at upcoming races. Hopefully this video will give some of you guys an idea of maybe what you can expect at those racetracks. I certainly don't mean to make light of the actual pandemic and all of those who have been affected by it, but it's good to be at a racetrack once again. Well, almost to a racetrack. Anyway, let's get to it. Follow along at home. I'm gonna show you guys start to finish what the process looks like. Let's get to Thunder Valley, boys and girls. Bristol, baby. Woo! All right, we have parked just outside of, I don't know what turn that is, but we are here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Parking was $10 unless you're in a Toyota, then it was free. Unfortunately, our rental car didn't quite fit the bill on that one. Got my mask. We are gonna head on in, see what there's to see. My dad is here. Dad, this is your first time at Bristol Motor Speedway.
I know, very exciting.
Now, they didn't take your temperature or anything heading on into the racetrack. Like I saw at Talladega, it looked like they had people taking your temperature while you're inside your car as you pulled into the parking lot. Didn't see that here today, so we'll see if there's any of that when we go into the track actually with our tickets. But let's see what there is to see outside. I'm sure it's gonna be a lot more stripped down than your average NASCAR race weekend. Now, Bristol Motor Speedway is mandating that you bring clear bags into the racetrack, into the stadium. I know Texas this coming weekend, I believe, is doing it the same way. So we got our scanners and headsets and all that in here. They're not doing headset rentals, so people are used to going to like racing electronics and stuff. They're not doing rentals or scanner stuff at the track. All right, so right here by the parking lot, they still have a lot of these kind of third-party vendor tents set up. I was here for the Bristol night race last year, and it looks like they definitely have less here than they did then, but still a lot. More than I would have honestly expected. They got some good deals on some of these die-cast. Die-cast sale, that has my name written all over it. 2020 die-cast for $50, $55. That's a pretty good deal, my goodness. Check out these wrecks, custom made. You got these cars destroyed for the name of art. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. A lot of this stuff is sort of becoming retro. A lot of these old socks, like these old seat cushions. I say old, they're like 3 or 4 years old, but they're becoming throwback now already. Whoa, Jeff Gordon Coke? Coca-Cola, not Pepsi? What is this? Yes, my favorite drivers. Good to see them represented. Got some full-size replica helmets over here in this tent. Xfinity champion for Suarez, that's a cool one. Lots of good retro diecast you see here for not a whole lot of money, 10 bucks. I mean, that's pretty cool. I gotta say, the late afternoon sun with the mask especially, it is hot. It is toasty out here. So many old Jeff Gordon cars, all Looney Tunes back in action. Hold on a second. Oh boy, look at that. Oh, it's got the movie on it, the characters. Oh, that's a pretty good one. Oh, would you look at this? Chase Elliott, of course, still has his merchandise hauler on full display. And look, Jimmy Johnson as well is joining him. Jimmy Johnson's Ally hauler. Got a lot of stuff. So the 2 Hendrick cars, arguably the 2 most popular drivers in the sport today. Actually, Chase Elliott's not really arguable at this point. Have their merchandise haulers on full display, full service. Decent crowd, well, no, just a few people. But you know, given there's only like, you know, a 1/5 of the normal crowd there'd be at this track, that's not too bad. So standing on the end here, looking towards the track, this is, I mean, I guess this is the midway. I don't know what they actually call it here. The parking lot is like right over there and on back. There's the track. Here we go. They do have those clear screens up between the cashier and the customer. Please practice social distancing. I almost didn't notice in the Chase Elliott hauler, they actually have some Dale Jr., you know, Xfinity Series merchandise from his start he made earlier this year at Homestead. It's actually pretty good, honestly. That's a really good looking merchandise. I like those t-shirts. They do still have a few of these kind of random snack stands located around the track on the exterior. For those who are curious, just walking around the midway, that's all I'm calling it out here, I'd say mask wearing is around 40%. Masks are not required for this race, but they are strongly encouraged. At least out here, there's a good amount of space. It's outdoors, so not too big of a concern, but just for those of you who are curious, yeah, we'll see when we get into the track if the number changes. But right now it's 40%. I'm saying about 40% are wearing masks outside the track. Oh my gosh, look at you two with the branded masks. I'm impressed. Oh my gosh, that is sharp. Woo!
That was all him, bro.
Heck yeah, there we go. Marty Smith over here, I don't know, vlogging? Is he vlogging too? Marty, what do you? Come join the crowd. Well, this is the vlogging crowd. You gotta get the photo in front of the sign. Come on, you got to. It's Bristol, baby. A bunch of the other YouTube creators back there. We're less than an hour away from green flag for the open race, so we're gonna head into the track. I'll let you know how things go. We're gonna pay attention to any of the pandemic-related signage that we may or may not see. Once again, I know why they call this place the last great Coliseum. It just looms over everything. Gotta walk up this hill here to get to gate 1. Oh my gosh, this place is crazy. This hill. It's so steep. Take a look at this giant cable, this thick boy that's connected up here, and that's what holds up the Colossus TV inside the track. We'll look at that in a second when we get in there. They have several of those cables all around the track holding up that TV. If one of those things snaps, put it out. We got a TV on the track. All right, we are in. Made it through bag check. They are making sure everyone's using clear bags. No temperature check, no temperature screening. A little surprised. I figured they'd be at least able to do the bare minimum, but all right. They do have a lot of signs like this one around the facility encouraging people to wash their hands and or socially distance. I did just come out of the bathroom though, and I couldn't film in there, but every other urinal was taped up and every other sink was taped up, so there is some social distancing in the bathrooms at least. Now the concessions do have signs on the ground encouraging people to stay 6 feet apart. I will say, once we got into the actual track, into the, underneath the grandstands, I would say mask wearing has gone up to, I'd say maybe 70%, maybe more, 80. Which I guess makes more sense. Everyone's a little closer together, harder to socially distance. So just interesting to watch how these things change. Not every line is as socially distanced as the other, but mostly mask wearing. In fact, the vast majority have masks on of some kind. Allison Terrace, Section M, that is us. Oh boy. Gonna be a hike again. I swear, I'm not usually this out of shape. I swear. From up on these stairs, you can kind of get an idea of how dense the crowd level is. I've only been to one other race at Bristol, so it's hard for me to really judge, but it definitely seems less packed than last year was. And we have made it. You've got the cars for the open on the grid already. They're playing really loud music. The crowd is very spaced out. Introductions for the open race are happening right now. You can see how the crowd is spread out. A mixed reaction for Bubba Wallace, mostly cheers. Here's an idea of how the crowd is dispersed amongst the facility. Pretty evenly spread out, but they don't have anybody in the turns over there. 1 and 2 don't have anybody. And it looks like turn 3 doesn't have anybody as well. Turn 4 has some people, but turn 3 and the center of 1 and 2 have no fans. So tickets for this race, when they went on sale a few weeks ago, were sold kind of as general admission. And then about a week ago, they basically emailed all the ticket buyers with what their specific seat and section everything would be. So we kind of got luck of the draw being on the front stretch here and kind of the turn 4, basically in the restart zone. I think these are pretty good seats. But I don't know how that's gonna work from track to track. If they're always gonna randomly assign seating like this. Oh look, you got the choose cone arrow on the track. Oh, sorry, I'm getting distracted, but right there in the center of the screen, you can see it on the track. The choose rule is in play for tonight's event. But yeah, like I said, it was sold as general admission and then they randomly assigned your own seats for you. I don't know how people will feel about that, but that's how they did it for this race. What do you guys think of the numbers slid back ever so slightly? I shouldn't say ever so slightly, it's pretty noticeable. I think it looks better on some than it does others. I think the 37 looks pretty good. Oh, the 3. Oh, look at Austin Dillon, that looks pretty good. I actually like that one. I know you guys will hate me, but I like that. That looks good. Still in the sun right now. It's pretty toasty, but we're pretty spread out. There's not really anybody in front of us. You can kind of see there's not that many people behind us and around us either. So room to stretch out, which I will say is kind of nice. It's not too often you get to go to Bristol in the summer and not have people all over the place, all around you. Usually this racetrack is packed this time of year. That sun though, I'm excited for it to go down behind the grandstands because that is baking me right now. Woo! The open race is getting ready to begin. You got the All-Star cars already parked there on the infield. 4 drivers from the open will be joining that field. Again, a mask check. Once in the grandstands, I would say most people are not wearing masks, but also if you look, most people are at least 6 feet apart. Most groups, I should say, are at least 6 to 8 to 10, 12 feet apart. Probably not the biggest deal in the world. That was probably the point of them, you know, spacing us out like this with the automatic seats, is to kind of give people 6 to 10 feet of room. I talked about those big cables earlier holding up Colossus TV here in the center. I love it. Good to hear that sound again. It's been far too long. Some are stunned, some cheering. Oh my gosh. Wow. He was running 3rd. So Bubba knocked him out of the way, and then McDowell just wrecked him on purpose. Yeah. Wow. McDowell just took him out. Wow. Bubba Wallace got taken out by Michael McDowell. Not a good look for McDowell the first part of this race, but I think NASCAR made the right choice. Bristol is freaking awesome. Come on, Matt DiBenedetto, get yourself a W. DiBenedetto wins the final stage, so Almirola, Byron, and DiBenedetto. I think those 3 were pretty solid picks coming into this race. They are moving on to the All-Star race. We await the win of the fan vote. With Bubba Wallace getting crashed out, I don't know how that's gonna change things. Checking the time, we still have, I think, a good 20 or 30 minutes before the driver intros began. Fans are going crazy for Matt DiBenedetto. A lot of fans here in Bristol after last year. Clint Boyer wins the fan vote. Heading down while I have a minute to get some water in. Oh boy, yeah, I figured there'd be some long lines. Oh gosh. Look at the line to get food. Hopefully I can find a shorter one than that. Oh god, this is a bad idea. I should have known better. Oh gosh, yeah, this is a pretty long line. Dang. And this line is not moving. Ooh, this is a tough one here. Tough call, boys. Had to bail on that line, unfortunately. Line was not moving, and don't have time to wait in that. Don't want to miss driver intros and everything. They're piping in Darrell Waltrip in the booth with Mike Joy and Jeff Gordon, so I can kind of hear what they're talking about. That's pretty cool. Gosh, another pretty long line. This one seems to be moving a little bit though, so goodness. Well, waited in line for about 20 minutes, got to the front. No water, no soda, no beer. Bristol, y'all got like 25,000 people. You got like a 1/5 of the usual crowd. What are you doing? What are you doing? Well, gotta figure something out, I guess. I guess I just got in the wrong line, but man, it's too hot out here for that, Bristol. That's not possible. I guess I should have probably brought more than just 1 water bottle from home. It's partially my fault for thinking I should spend money here on water and drinks. Well, tired and thirsty, here we are. Driver intros are about to begin. The All-Star cars are lined up on pit road as we speak. Look at that. So Bristol has basically just been pumping in the FS1 feed onto the Colossus TV during the open race and now. So they're not doing their own coverage for this race, it's just literally what Fox is using. And you'll also notice those little spinning spotlights on the bottom there, casting lights out in the crowd, like that yellow one right there. There you go. I don't remember that being here last year when I was here, so that might be new. We'll see what comes of that. Driver intros are beginning. Big ovation for Matt DiBenedetto again. Big cheers for Jimmy Johnson. Chase Elliott. Joey Logano. A lot of boos for Kyle Busch. A lot of thumbs downs over there as well. A few boos for Brad Keselowski, but not that many. Less than he used to get. A lot of boos tonight. Where are the popular drivers? Where are the cheers back? I need some more cheers. I just noticed because there's no Xfinity race this week or truck race, all the haulers are distanced one space apart. Yeah! A mix of cheers and boos for Matt Kenseth. Matt Kenseth, woo! Yeah, mostly cheers, mostly cheers. There you go. Go get him tonight, Matt. Good number of cheers for Ryan Blaney. You like Ryan Blaney, right, Dad?
I do, I like Ryan.
Yeah, he's one of your favorites, okay. I honestly thought they might do a little bit more for driver intros, just because usually All-Star driver intros are crazy. I know this year things are different. They're kind of restrained as to what they can do, but I thought they'd do a little more, just a little bit. It's not bad. Decent number of cheers for Martin Truex. He's your pole sitter tonight via the random draw. So that's it. That's the field. I want to see the underglow. When are the lights going to come on? I need a T-shirt that just says, "I'm here for the neon. I'm here for the accent lights." That's what I'm here for. Woo! Oh my gosh, that's so cool. They're crop dusting us with fireworks. Woo! That's so neat. Bristol opening ceremonies with the surrounding fireworks. They just hit different. The stadium spotlights swirling around are kind of fun. I mean, feels like an EDM concert a little bit, which I guess is the vibe they're going for. They keep playing The Weeknd. All right. Woo! This is going to be a heck of a show. Cars are rolling off. A couple of them have the underglow on. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, look at it. They're starting to turn it on. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that shine. What? It's blue. It's golden. Wow. What? It actually, you can see it pretty well. Oh, look at the red on the Toyotas. Yes. Oh my, look at the crowd. What is going on? It's a light show. I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but you can see the glow pretty well in person. I mean, it's only coming out of the back of the car, so you don't really see it right here too much. But when you're looking at it from the back, yeah, you see the glow. Woo! Going green this time. It's Bristol, baby. All-Star Race 2020. Let's do it. The glow! The glow looks so cool! Oh, Justin Haley, get out of there, Justin. Get out of there, Haley. There you go. The underglow doesn't show up too well on my camera, but it looks pretty good on TV and it looks really good in person. But great race so far. The yellow underglow on the Chevys almost looks like they have a tire down. It's like sparking. That's the only complaint I have about the underglow, is that kind of throws me off. Oh, Eric Jones, did he get a penalty? Oh, he was going so good. They're gonna choose here, let's watch it. Strategies. I think the top gets a really good launch at the very beginning, but by the time you get to the turns, I think the bottom is a little bit better. But interesting, you see the positions jostling because people are playing different games and trying different strategies out. I like the choose rule for that very reason, especially at a track like Bristol where lane choice can be important. Interesting procedure for after the race. Getting ready for the final stage. Can Chase Elliott hold on for $1 million? What a night. Chase Elliott gets it done, held off Kyle Busch. Crowd is still going wild. I can see the Fox drone. Look at that little thing. The drone. Look at it. Ah, in person. Everyone's freaking out about Chase Elliott. I love the drone. Masks are back on as we make our way out of here. They're over the loudspeaker telling people to wear their masks, to keep distance, to exit as they're ushered out. Like, I guess people from the track are going to come out here and like dismiss one row at a time. I don't see any ushers or anyone doing that. I don't know what's going on with Bristol. I don't know if this is really an effective strategy, but all right. I mean, not that many people are leaving or rushing to leave right now. A lot of people are still celebrating Chase Elliott, but like, I don't see anybody like dismissing rows. So, I mean, in all honesty, I feel like when we're ready to leave, we're just going to walk out these stairs and leave. I mean, we got our masks on. We're doing what we can. What did you think of your first ever Bristol NASCAR race?
Oh, this was awesome. This is unbelievable. I love being able to watch the action all the way around. It was fantastic.
I know, there's really, I mean, you can see it all the way around at our tracks, but you're just right on top of the action.
You're just right there. You can see exactly what's happening. I mean, it was great.
Yeah,
and the noise. I cannot believe the sound that comes off of this track with all the cars, you know, are all close to you.
Yeah. No, it's bouncing off everything. It's loud. No, it lives up to the name, the reputation. All right, we've been sitting up here a few minutes. I'm extremely thirsty. Bristol already did me dirty by running out of water, so we're gonna bounce. Just an idea of what it looks like exiting the facility. Most people, once again, I'd say 80 to 90% of people inside the track area like this are wearing masks. Exiting the track, I never noticed these blue and green lights. That's kind of cool. Maybe those are new as well. Heading towards the parking lot. A big herd. Oh boy, it feels like The Walking Dead out here. Everyone just staggering towards their vehicles. What a show. Oh my gosh, look how red our faces look because of these tail lights. Oh, no, turn the tail. We might be moving. All right, sitting in traffic. So basic takeaways from tonight's race. Obviously the race was good. The open race was very dramatic with Michael McDowell kinda, I don't think it was a great look, McDowell turning Bubba the way he did. I don't think that was a justified reaction, but the Open had the drama. The main race, though, put on a solid show. You got some spins. At the end of the day, you had Chase Elliott and Kyle Busch, two of the best in the business, going head-to-head at the end there, and I thought they probably had the two best cars at the end of this race. Blaney looked good, but the tire strategy didn't play to his favor. Harvick was good as well, but Pitt at the end there and couldn't really make up that track position. I don't know, race was good. As far as the event itself, I forgot to mention this earlier, but this is officially now the largest sporting event as far as attendance goes in the United States since the pandemic began in mid-March, or since it was officially labeled a pandemic and things started closing down in mid-March. So in the last 4 months, this is it. This is the biggest crowd. And I will say, did you feel safe?
I thought so, actually.
Okay.
It was fairly dispersed.
Yes.
And I thought the number of people wearing masks was pretty high.
Especially inside the track.
Especially inside. I mean, once they got to their seats, the idea was then you didn't have to wear it. But,
yeah.
But yeah, I thought folks behaved pretty well, you know?
Yeah, there wasn't anybody like just being absolutely blatant about it,
Yeah.
just like getting up close to people. At least I didn't see. Of course, there's a lot of people here, who knows? But I was a little surprised they weren't even doing like temperature screening at the track, because I saw them doing it at Talladega, so I was a little surprised they didn't do something like that for Bristol. Maybe because it just been too hard to do it for 30,000 people, I don't know. A little surprised they didn't do that, but besides that, yeah, like you kind of said, everyone inside the track pretty much, I'd say 80 to 90% in the concessions area were wearing masks. By your seats, you were far enough away from people. It really wasn't necessary, so most people weren't. I'll let that one slide. Outside the track, it was kind of a free-for-all, but if you're the kind of person who wanted to just kind of skip by that and get into the track, get to where it's more comfortable, it looks like that was certainly an option. So overall, not too bad. Like you said, I felt safe and secure. I mean, personally, we wore our masks anytime we were in close proximity to people, so is what it is. Of course, if NASCAR is going to continue to try and put on shows with large numbers of fans in the stands, different states, different cities are going to have different policy they may need to abide by. It's important to do it safely so that you know, one big bad moment doesn't potentially ruin it for everybody else and put people in unnecessary danger and put people at unnecessary risk. But I thought today overall, it's a big venue, people were able to spread out. I thought they did a pretty solid job, all things considered. So yeah, I would say this was a good show. How was your first experience at Bristol? You already kind of said.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a lot of fun. Great track, great visibility, and just the rattle your chest experience is great. You know?
Yeah, for sure. And I appreciate it. There's a few people that came up to me, even with the mask on. A lot of people recognized me at the track, which was, I mean, very flattering. I greatly appreciate it. But a few people came up to me and said this was their first race, a NASCAR race of any kind that they've been to. I think they chose a good one. They definitely chose the right track. So that was really cool to hear. Hopefully we see and hear more of those stories going forward. But that's all I've got. Thank you all for coming along and joining me on this little adventure. I'll see you guys again very soon with some more regularly scheduled videos. Stay safe out there, everyone. Have a great week.